This episode of Beyond the Fight is brought to you by BetDSI.com. Sign up today using promo code BEYOND25 and get $25 for free.
The heavyweight division just got real interesting for me. One of my favorite things as a fan is not knowing. And that's like a psychological level that I'm now in touch with. I like not knowing. I like being able to speculate. If Francis has some weaknesses, I don't need to know what they are. Guy's going out there knocking people out, and Dana White thinks he's going to be champion. Okay, enough reason for me. Let's see him fight. The problem is, there's a young fireman out of Cleveland named Stipe Miocic that's going to have something to say about that. And if you play this game by proxy, which is fun, you're telling me, if you're telling me he can beat Stipe, then you're telling me he can beat Verdum. And you're telling me that he can shut off Junior Dos Santos. And that may be what you're saying, but that's what you're saying. And for an unknown commodity, and I've seen guys burst on the scene, and I'm using Francis as a guy that just came out of nowhere, burst on the scene and started putting people to sleep. I have seen that before. Give you an example, Vitor Belfort. Well, he was doing some stuff with his hands. He was doing what's called a march step. Nobody had ever seen it in MMA. Another guy came in named Lyoto Machida. He had this karate style. Nobody had ever seen anything like that in MMA. And he's putting people to sleep. But the reality was, over a very short period of time, particularly with video, you're able to learn some of those mannerisms. You're able to learn some of those setups. And some of that unusualness that was taking these guys so far. That mask comes off. All of a sudden, you're able to get a little bit more prepared. Now, Vitor and Machida both went on, had amazing careers. No question about it. But getting to that target, using some of those unusual mannerisms, and still being able to stick guys and put them down, became more and more difficult to do. I haven't seen that stuff on Francis yet. But he's also not in my crosshairs. My coach and my team aren't sitting down breaking this stuff down. Have we seen enough video? No, I don't think so. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. But when you're in there with a seasoned guy like Stipe, it is different. And I could throw you some matchups. I don't give a damn how good someone is. I could throw you some matches that'll derail your hype train instantly. What if I told you Francis was going to fight Daniel Cormier? That's a problem. Don't forget, Daniel Cormier is an undefeated heavyweight. He was also a heavyweight champion. The only reason he left the division is because of his teammate Cain Velasquez. Speaking of, what if I told you Francis was going to fight Cain Velasquez? Now all of a sudden you start going, okay, well, Mr. Invincible probably's got some invincibilities there, but let's just look ahead to the matchup that's already been stated by the president. Dana White said not only does he want to put Francis in there with Stipe for the strap, he wants to do it as quick as January. So now you can just talk about Stipe and Francis. Stipe is a guy that can double cross you anytime he wants. And while he's been going out there and he's just using good, solid Western boxing, maybe he'll slip in a 10, which is known as a leg kick, a power leg kick. Maybe he'll slip in a power leg kick, but he's just using jabs and crosses. However, he will double cross you and put your ass down with a double leg whenever he wants. He's just a guy that hasn't gone to that trick in a while.